Hello.
We're live?
Hi. Yes, I think we are live.
And we're back.
Happy Sunday to all you beautiful souls.
Happy Sunday. Sunday fun day.
We were a little late getting started today. I almost said this morning. It's like been 4 days already today. I left my computer at home. We got into the podcast room and things had magically moved. Not knocked over, just moved. So we had to rearrange, we had to set up the camera again, and that was a whole thing. And you think it was a ghost, Lena?
I do.
It could be it could be the green little men that run in here and wreak havoc. We don't know.
We live with the plants.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be anything. So that is why we were late today. And I totally expect this kind of things during this time of year, or not even this time of year, just this astrological placement that's going on right now. So that leads us into, just introduce myself. I am Beth.
And I am Wendy.
And we are the Mystic Mamas. I mean, not the only Mystic Mamas.
I think there's a little Mystic Mama in all of us.
Yeah. I was like, we are the Mystic Mamas.
And we got Lena over in the back.
One of our producers.
And in the shadows.
I would like to publicly go in live and say this, that Maggie did not join us tonight. I told her that we were going to talk bad about her. Probably the whole podcast.
She's all like, what the hell?
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to be watching. So Maggie, hello. We're going to be talking. This podcast will be about you.
All about you.
All about you. Just kidding. We hope you feel better. Maggie is not feeling very well. And in honor of Maggie, hit like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. I don't know how to
hit the things.
Be our friend. Please
subscribe, like, comment. Oh, that was a good segue. I liked it.
Yeah, it was nice.
But today, super excited. We're gonna dive a little bit more into astrology, give like a really basic insight to what that looks like. I was sitting there one day. I've been doing those little short videos every day. I'm like, you know what I think we always see on like socials and everything are retrogrades, or we're always like, what's your sun sign? What's your moon sign? And I had just recently asked somebody what their sun sign was, and they didn't understand what that meant. And
that's happened to me quite a few times lately. And I'm like, what's your sun sign? They're like, I don't.
Yeah, it's just a different term. And so I really feel like it's a great time to just kind of discuss what some of the basics to astrology are, how you can use that to be your guide through every day, and just kind of helps you detach from what's happening in your life so that you can understand it more. It's almost like
it's a map. A guide.
Yeah, it's a map.
Yeah, it and you can choose to take whatever road you want to take, but it's more or less just a little bit of a guidebook to life, and it's easier to. It's not saying that nothing bad will ever happen to you or only good things will happen to you. It just kind of gets you ready.
Yeah, it's like
prepared for life. It's your nap kit with.
It's like the difference in watching a movie. So when you're watching a movie. And you're really a part of it. You feel the anxiety, your heart rate gets up. When something bad happens, you're crying, you feel the emotions, like you feel that person, you feel all the emotions of the movie. But when you know your chart and know how to use it to your advantage, then it helps you stop being one of the main actors of it and be able to step back like you're watching it as a movie, as opposed to you still have to feel it. You still feel sadness. You still feel everything that is on the screen. It's just not happening to you anymore. And that's it's something that I have really it's really helped me navigate some of the hard things, the emotions. It's helped me process emotions and just giving me this universal cradle of you've got this, it's time, you've got this, we're here to help you kind of thing.
It helps me when to make, I second guess every decision I make. That's been a common thing in my life. And one thing that astrology has helped me, I built this business, Mystic Life, and there were certain times I wouldn't send a certain email, and I'd be like, I'm going to wait about 2 weeks.
Because Mercury's in retrograde.
Or Jupiter is going to be favored for me, and that's like good luck and expand, you know. So I started using those little tools, and surprisingly, like I received great responses beyond anything I thought I would receive. And it's because I was using the energies of these planets to my help benefit.
You align
Instead of sending it during Mercury retrograde when everybody has mishaps in communication. I may have caught this guy on a bad day,
or your computer will like go down when hitting send.
The email never went through. Yeah, it could be a million things. So I had started using my chart to guide me, and I always go through these phases where I stop. It's like, you know what, I kind of just need to do this on my own. And I notice I don't go with the flow as much. I don't take things into stride as much. I take things personal, where instead of being like, everybody's triggered. That's why he was an asshole to me. It's because he's got a lot going on, I'm sure. Yeah, it helps with life quite a bit. So if you can figure out like what your big three are. Did you mention the big three?
No, not yet.
Sorry.
Taking over the show.
Yeah, it's called The Beth Show, and Wendy will fill in when I point to her.
Yes. When I allow her to.
I told Wendy, I was like, I'm in a spacey, silly mood today. So there we are. So Wendy, would you enlighten us on what like the big three are?
Oh yeah, of course. So some of the things that we're going to touch base on tonight are go into depth on what retrogrades are, what that is, you hear that on social media all the time. Mercury's in retrograde. This is in retrograde. What does that mean? What does that look like?
And people tend to just think that they don't even know what it means. They just know, all right, well, I heard Mercury's in retrograde, so a bunch of bad shit's about to happen to me.
And that's not necessarily the case, but just what retrograde truly is. And then we're also going to touch on the big three. So what that is your sun sign, or when somebody asks you what your horoscope sign is, or what's your sign, that's your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascending or your rising. Those two are they vice versa words. So those are ones that really define like a big, like if they were to be like a snapshot picture of you, those are the big three, they're called. But you are made up of, at the time that you were born, like all of the planets were in a specific place. So your chart is this beautiful like energy reading of where every planet was when you were born, the moment you were born. So the closer you get to knowing your time is more accurate to what your birth chart is, or what a lot of people consider to be your soul contract to this life.
Yeah, just being even an hour off can change your moon and your ascendant.
It's a very fast moving.
Even if I had been born like not even an hour later, I would be a Leo rising.
Yeah. So, and that's
right. And my Aquarius moon would have been a Pisces. Yeah. About maybe not so much the moon, but at least an hour, everything would have changed. And that would have just changed me altogether.
Absolutely. Really would.
I'm a Cancer rising, and that defines a lot of who I am. And if I would have been just a Leo rising, I'd been a lot of fire. And so just even, that's why the time is, I wouldn't say you have to have the time in order to get a grasp of your chart. It is to get down to the nitty gritty, like the moon and the ascendant. You would need the time you were born
and the place that you were
born,
place like you were born, city and state.
Yes.
I always go to, if you want a good place to get it that's free, I always just go to like astro.com, and they do like a really good one, and they have the option to put like, if you don't know the time, so you can mark like I don't know the time, and it tries to get as accurate as they can, but it really will open up a lot of information about yourself and really helps you understand like the things that you've gone through, and then starts to help you navigate the things that you will. You start to see the things that are happening more as happening for you as opposed to happening to you.
You like understand why. Oh, so that's why this is so important.
Like this is how I process.
That's
things.
why I can't focus at my job. That whatever. This is why I am attracted to a certain type of person, and yeah, even like little tidbits, like they say, like the house that rules. I think your 12th. Like whatever I think mine is on the cusp is like Gemini, that those people in your life will be like your frenemies.
Oh, interesting.
That's just something I read earlier today, and I don't know if that's true, and I have to really like look into that. But anyway, sorry, Rana, went a little sideways on that.
There are things it's like called like hidden enemies, and like Jimmy always talks about hidden enemies, and like I don't know if there's like ones that are like hidden, like, or that you don't realize are your enemies, but you can see that all in your chart. But we're not going to get that deep into there tonight. But rabbit, squirrel. But yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit. So right now with retrograde, it's a big time with retrograde. What retrograde means is from, do you want to talk about it, or you want me to? Like,
so retrograde is what it means is that from where we are right now, it appears that these planets are going backwards, and it's just because how fast or how slow each planet is moving as we're going past one another. So it just appears that these planets are going backwards, but what it is we're moving forward, and they're just appearing. So when this happens, and it's called retrograde, it is a time when we revisit and we revise, rewrite. It's definitely a time to revisit everything. And so depending on what planet internal. It is, yes, as you go internal. So Mercury, for instance, is the planet of flowing, of moving, communication. So when Mercury goes into retrograde, those are the things that tend to be revisited. So if you have, say you've been meaning to have a chat with someone close to you, this isn't the time necessarily to go and have this chat with them. Revisit why, rethink why. Don't. It's not necessarily a time to take action. It's a time to rethink.
Yeah. So Mercury is a planet that is, it's all about communication. It rules communication. It rules like knowledge, deep knowledge, higher learning,
internet,
like that type of communication. Yeah. So it is a planet that rules that. So when it goes retrograde, when it appears like it's going backwards and it goes internal, yes, it starts to mess with those things. Like you're going to see your car break down, or the computer will like all of a sudden just start short circuiting, because it's all about like technology and that movement.
And things that you should have fixed already, things that you should have been paying attention to already, these things will come ahead. It'll be like, hey, remember that time when you needed a new battery? Well, here it is. Get it now. But take it in stride, because it's happening during Mercury retrograde. It's reminding you, fix this, because if you don't, when Mercury's out of retrograde, those are the things that will fall apart. If you hadn't gotten that battery the last time.
Yeah.
This could have happened while she was on a highway. It could have. So luckily it was in the most beautiful way. You were able to park. And so that's why it is beautiful. It is a pain. It can wreak havoc on your life, but that's just Mercury. There's other planets.
Yeah. So and
Mercury's not even in retrograde right now.
Let's just talk about like what planet. So right now retrograde is being thrown around a lot because we have we're at a very unique time in the history of the world. Like literally, this hasn't happened ever. The way that it's lined up, We have, I think, all of the outer planets are in retrograde right now. And Pluto, which is the planet of transformation, it rules Pisces. It rules Pisces.
Yes.
Yes. It's even like out of orbit. So like they go through in like an elliptical phase around, and it swings out, and they all get out of orbit. But right now, Pluto, the planet of transformation, is retrograde, and it's out of orbit right now. So it's a lot of unexpected transformative things that are happening right now. It's a lot of going internal and seeing like in your day-to-day activities. Pisces, and it's like birth and rebirth, like death and rebirth, everyday activities. And when it goes retrograde, we feel that, and we start to question everything in our everything in our like truth, in our spiritual world.
And so since it's all internal, it isn't necessarily people outside of you smacking you in the face with this stuff. It's you being reminded somehow. I would say that's how Pluto works with me anyway.
Yeah.
And it is very much the death and rebirth. A lot of things. I see a lot of trends
slow moving.
They are.
They're
Pluto,
very slow.
and it's
so
generational.
You're going to have to go through it. Yeah.
So everyone feels Pluto when it. Not that everyone doesn't feel retrogrades anyway, but these are generational. Everyone feels Pluto when it goes into retrograde. So it doesn't necessarily. It does hit us personally, but I find it more so as a collective. That's what you see.
And that's what's happening. The Great Awakening, we love to talk about that. That Pisces is all about that like awakening of, wow, like it's like the shedding of old belief systems. And that's very much a Pluto, like.
And then with Pluto being in Aquarius,
it's like Aquarius is
right.
Like that.
Pluto's in Aquarius, right? I just had a.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yes. Yeah, that was the big like shift. That was the big shift that happened.
So you have this Aquarian Pisces. Oh,
like, and that's where we've got the term now, like the age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
Which they do. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm really excited for that.
But right now, you are going to be seeing a lot of the beginnings of death, the beginnings of rebirth.
Cycles in your life ending, things that have been a big generation of your life, a big chunk of your life ending, and then something whole new beginning. It's very
or being told something should end. So you've already got it on your mind during the retrograde, and then typically if you don't do it after the retrograde, the door will be slammed shut. I hate those.
So Pluto, then we have Saturn. Saturn's a big one. Saturn is that karmic planet. It's
back in Pisces.
It's in Pisces again. So Pisces is ruled by Pluto. So again, it's that very everyday activities, your health, your job, your career, your belief system, your truth.
Karma. Saturn's
karma's that it's like karma. And it's retrograde in that Pisces. And so that's a big time of looking at even like the past 2 years, the stuff that you've had to like heal from or process, everything that you've gone through. What you didn't
process the last 2 years, because Saturn's going to go back into Aries after this retrograde and be in it for 2 years, right? Yeah. So a lot of Pisces people out there really finishing up some karmic debt over the last 2 years.
Oh, but take that as like a beautiful thing, because you want to clear up karma. Like you want it gone. I mean, it can hurt, but when you see it as like, okay, I mean, it is what it is. Karma is karma.
Yeah.
You put it out there, it has to come. So I would rather just be like,
just like, check it off. All right,
just take it off, get it off. Like, just take Band-Aid off kind of thing.
I don't shy away from it anymore. I used to run from bad karma. Karma. No karma is bad, but some of it just doesn't feel very good. And there's no escaping it, and it's nice just to rip the Band-Aid off and be like, all right, good, all right, that hurt, but now I can go on to something else.
Yeah, with Saturn, it's a lot of that. When it goes retrograde, it's a lot of that energy of if you feel like you've healed from something, like coming from this whole different direction, like, oh, but wait, if we do it this way, but if we do it this way, or if we do it this way, are you going to react this time?
But
Can
what
you
if
do
you
it?
see him?
I usually suck at these. Like I react. I'm trying not to react when it comes to these things. But Saturn, it's a big one. It is a big one. So just know that
don't be scared of
you'll
Saturn,
see a lot of people. There could be a lot of people from your past come in. You're just a lot of you witnessing karmic cycles ending, being a part of them. But know that everything that ends, there's a new beginning, and you cannot have something new without like shedding that. And that's what Saturn's about. Can we finally let this go? Can you please get it right this time so we can finally be like, okay, this one, check, this one's done. Now we can start again.
Interesting, and you and I were talking about this a few weeks ago. So with Saturn going retrograde back into Pisces for a moment, and then it'll be back into, so Pisces, isn't that like the sign of like justice? Getting what you deserve.
Well, Saturn
is, but I think Pisces, I was just reading something about, but anyway, what just brought to my attention, remember, okay, there's that woman, that catfish woman who had bullied her daughter through text messaging and stuff like that. I don't know if you've watched this, but it appears that, this woman just went to jail for a blurb of time, bullied the crap out of her daughter, horrible stuff.
Spoiler alert.
I'm not going to go too much into it. It's just, watch it. Just, I hate to be one of those people. But anyway, what we are seeing now with this woman is karma. We are watching karma play out with this woman. She, as a collective, this is how the universe works. This is how Saturn works on people, where it didn't seem like it was justice. It didn't seem fair that this, woman went to jail, a year or something, a little over a year or something.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but now the whole world is bullying her, cyber bullying her.
Bad.
No, so that's just a little bit karma. Sorry, I had to mention that.
I wish we could have like Taylor Swift karma playing in the background here. We'd have copyright.
Maybe you should sing it.
That's all right.
I thought you were going to. I saw the spark.
She's like, no.
No.
Not yet.
All right, so we also have Neptune retrograde, another outer planet. I love Neptune as well. Those dreams are off the hook, so vivid. Mm-hmm. Have your dreams been like absolutely vivid?
I usually don't remember my dreams, but I just had one and I remembered all of it.
See?
Yeah.
That is what that is, man.
My husband's been having them a lot.
Pay attention to your dreams, journal down. If you can, like, if you remember first thing in the morning, try to write it down. But mine will come back to me sometimes through the day. I'll have like flashes where I'm like, oh my gosh, I finally remembered that part.
Or you'll see him, I'll see you and I'll be like, I had a dream about you last night. And then I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, Neptune is the planet of like illusion, ideas, like dreams, all of that.
And with it being in Aries right now, it's adding this action to it. It's, it's like, it's a really, Mars is like aggressive. Let's go for it. Let's do it. So I think a lot of people, it's really pushing this illusion, or actually now that's in retrograde, wouldn't that be de-illusioning?
Yeah, it's
or
going
how you're
back
illusioning
to
yourself.
Yeah, so you could be living feeling a little bit foggy or uncertain about things, like it's just kind of like, or living in like ideology to where it's like you have these ideas but you're living in like it's almost like I'm rich and like I can't like really explain like how I want to like say it, but it's all about like an illusion, like living in an illusion,
living in your bubble,
Yeah, and it's, if you're not careful, it can be very like
Yeah. And with it being in Aries, I don't think Neptune necessarily feels real comfortable because
Yeah, I don't think
Neptune
it
is like
does.
floaty and all the, but it's adding an action to what Neptune stands for. It is this, and where we are right now with Pluto and Aquarius and like all these big placements,
Yeah.
Neptune and Aries is kind of where it needs to be.
Yeah, I do think you'll see it again. It's one of those that you have to pan out and you see it more on a generational, like even political
Yeah, because
scale.
people are
Living under
dreaming
these,
more. They're wanting to, not fit in the mold. I want to branch out. I want to be who I am.
Well,
what I
it's
wanna
also
be.
like being under the false illusion with like AI and like not knowing
yeah.
what's real
Yeah.
anymore. So you're living like and not like in uncertainty, which I think is a huge thing that's happening to like really confuse us. And it's like when you go retrograde, it's like looking at where you are with that. So maybe a good time to take a fast or step back from your phone or separate somehow from like the whole
material, like
the whole process of like what social media brings, the politics, because I do think that there's a lot of
maybe we need to dream
disillusionment
more.
happening in that world with like socials and the scrolling.
Because we really should be going within more so than
Absolutely.
just getting the opinions of others. Like, oh, I watched something on TikTok about this and now I believe it. No, go within.
TikTok. I've watched this interview with Courtney Love the other day, and it was like a really quick snippet of her talking as I tell you not to watch, as I tell you not to scroll. I was scrolling and I saw this with Courtney Love, and she was like, I guess she doesn't do the socials or something. And she was in this like, she was like, do not like, do yourself a favor. Do not do the socials. Do not do them. I don't hire anybody that has any social media. Like nobody wants to hire somebody that's lazy and unattentive. And she's like, especially TikTok. And I was like, okay.
God bless Courtney Love.
Is God trying to tell me something?
I don't know. But I would, if I'm going to listen to anyone, it's going to be Courtney Love. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, good old Courtney
She's
Love.
going to hear about this and start hating.
I know. Oh gosh, man, I don't want her coming after me.
I don't know how mixed emotions. All right. And so after Neptune, that's not it. We still have two more, ladies and gents. Chiron, the wounded healer. This is a big one. I feel like as a collective, we are definitely feeling this one.
And it's still in Aries. So Aries is still being, and that's the funny part is a lot of these, energy. It's like these planets are hitting a couple of signs, all of them.
Heavy.
Yeah. And so there's just like two groups of people that are really, for the past, I would say 5-6 years, that just keep getting pounded over and over again.
The way the planets as a whole, but there are a couple of
they just keep happening, but it's going to be okay. I don't know when.
Absolutely.
But it'll be okay. But yeah, so we Chiron is in Aries and it will be going into Taurus, and this is another generational type. So you'll have a whole generation that has Chiron in Aries. You are Aries or Taurus, right? Which one are you?
It's definitely not Taurus.
So
I'm Taurus.
Okay. Really? Yeah, I'm Taurus too. So my husband's in Aries. He was born in 1975. So he, Chiron's hitting him but our generation, which is, early mid 40s, we are all Chiron and Taurus. So
I think that's a lot of on a collective. We have all of this exposure, like the Epstein files, like the Nickelodeon shows, like where they're just like all of this whistleblowing. I think that's a lot of that Chiron, that wounded healer, which is like a generational, where a lot of that
Well, think about how you become the wounded healer. It's you suffer the wound in order to then become the healer of that wound, and that's what these shows are. These are kids that are finally, or they're not kids anymore. They're adults. They're speaking up. They are the wounded healers now. They're making it okay for other people to do the same. And Aries is action. So Chiron and Aries is like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then we're Taurus. We're then here soon. I mean, it's not too much longer, I don't think, before Chiron switches it goes into Taurus. So I think it's like every 7 years it changes. I could be wrong about that though. So
that's slow.
It is. So wounded healer, we've got that.
Those deep places that you need the healing, deep.
And this will be internal since it's retrograde. Yeah, and that Aries energy is making you take action.
Yeah.
Heal.
But no, it's to get you to that other side. It's like that energy of like, let's just burn through it. Let's just take that Band-Aid off. Let's just go. Let's just get to the other side of it and clear the passage. So use this energy to just really feel supported and just push through. Face it, I am reading Dante's Inferno, which it's been such an interesting read, especially for that being so like 1300s. It's crazy. But you should read it. It's so good. I've tried.
It has, I think it's just one of those books that one day I'm going to pick it up and it's going to click.
Same with me. Same thing happened. It just like hit.
The voice.
It's like, it's a poem. It's like done in like prose.
You have to like get in the rhythm of it, of the, right? When you,
I would say.
I thought it was like from the, almost like a screenplay. Like
it is. Like,
and that might throw a lot of people off.
Yes.
A narrative of that could be.
It's so interesting though, because the whole concept is having to go through the hell in order to get to the heaven, and there's no way through it. Like even when they try to cheat it and go straight up to like the top of the mountain, which it would obviously be the heaven, they get like ripped back, torn, they have to go. Their only way through it is through it. There's no shortcuts. But I feel like that's just as scary as that is. It's such a refreshing feeling because it gives you that permission to like sit and be like, okay, like the only way I'm going to heal from this is to feel it. Like I can't, like I think I've said it before. I can't like smoke it away or drink it away or, fuck it away or eat it away or scroll it away, whatever we do. I was listening to a Ram Dass thing, the podcast the other day, and he says that we are so afraid to be bored. Like
we are.
The second we feel boredom, we instantly have to fill that space. We cannot.
It's only getting worse.
And it's only getting worse, but that's a control. Like,
yeah.
I am hypnotized. I get it. Like, I know that I cannot.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of reflection of that, like, I think going on. And as we should reflect on that.
It's easier to focus on either other people's problems. And that's why I'm a reality show.
It's just a fake world.
It is. And it's easier to just focus on 30-second videos than to really focus on the fact that you need to clean your house.
Like, don't you find it hard? I find it hard to get into a TV series or movie. I don't have the attention span for it anymore.
Me either. That's why I watch the same things over and over again, because it can be mindless for me.
Yeah.
And if I decide to watch it, I already know what Mary Crawley's doing.
Yeah. You can just use it as a background, like noise, as opposed to.
It's hard to dive into anything. It's like I can't handle any more new info.
I did watch Wayward though, and I really suggest you both watch that, and everyone else watch it. It's an interesting take.
And it's on Netflix.
Let us know down in the comments. Like, it's on Netflix. Okay. It's called Wayward. It's like the #1 show right now. It's very interesting.
Does Netflix pay you to
I love Netflix though. I love their shows. Their shows are so good.
Yes.
The train wrecks, I love them.
And so far they're the only ones that we have that don't have ads.
I still have ads, but I kind of like the ads because I was talking to your mom about it today. I like the nostalgic feeling of commercials. Like it makes me think of when I was growing up watching TV. So I get it almost like an excited feeling when there's an ad that comes on while I'm watching a Netflix show, and I'm like, oh, I can go run to the bathroom real quick. It feels good.
Yeah, that is
I love
good.
it.
Yeah, that is good.
Yep.
I notice I am a sucker. I am one of those people that buys stuff in the checkout lane because I'm like, oh, I think I need that. Ads, now that I've been watching a few shows that have ads on them, I'm realizing that I need the new Swiffer.
Oh my gosh.
I need this. And these are things I never thought I needed until 20 minutes ago when TV told me that I think I need, like these people are happy. Look how happy they're in their houses with their new Swiffers. And I want to be that happy.
Yep.
I'm the sucker. I am their target audience. It's best if I don't have ads. I'll spend more money.
Well, the last planet that is in retrograde currently is Uranus. Uranus. Your anus is in retrograde.
That's how we say it.
Your anus and mine. Both. Yours and mine. Retrograde.
She said around here. That's how we say it around here.
Uranus.
Don't you forget
it. Okay. So yeah. Uranus is the planet of surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
She's like,
surprise, surprise. Yes. That is a good example of Uranus being in retrograde. It's like shock going back. It's the planet of, and it really is one of them that depending on what planet it is in, that really highlights what it's wanting you to take a look at. It is a very trickster kind of feeling of, ooh, like all of a sudden this happens, or you all of a sudden hear certain news and it just makes you feel some sort of emotion. You're like, you're like, oh, I didn't realize I felt that way. Like, oh, that's weird. Like, or it just really brings into question things and it can make you feel certain ways and just a little bit shocking. So
it's one of my personal planets. I just learned, I realized this a few weeks ago. I remember reading about it a while ago, and I want to look into it. It's not a planet I've really dove into, trying to learn what its benefits are. And I'm going to have to do that because, again, we'll get into that if a planet is your personal planet or not. But it is one of my personal planets. And so now I need to find out how that's going to affect my life.
Yep. No, it's a good one. It does help you kind of look at things that come at you kind of like as a shock, and you're like, oh, well,
it rules
Aquarius, I can let it
right?
go down a little bit. Yes, it does.
So it rules Aquarius.
And the moon is in Aquarius right now, P.S.
You've got quite a bit of Aquarius, don't you?
Well, the reason why it's my personal planet is because my moon is in Aquarius. It is in Aquarius. My moon is in Aquarius. So Uranus rules Aquarius.
Yeah, it does.
So that's my personal planet. So whatever planet rules your like sun sign. So say Libra. Then Venus is one of your personal planets because Venus rules Libra. We're really going into something that's even bigger. I don't even know why I threw this in there, but I'm very interested in Uranus. Wendy.
She needs to dive more deeply
into Uranus.
I get it. It's in retrograde right now, though.
So there's no diving into any Uranus at all.
Urani.
We really got to move on from this.
Yes. All right. That's the retrogrades, the big three. This is like kind of the big deal. So the big three, the sun sign, where the sun was when you were born. This is who you are to your core. Like when somebody really gets to know you, this is who they see. So
your life force.
Yeah. So it's when someone says, hey, what's your sign? That's what your sun sign is. The moon sign is your emotional side. It's who you are when nobody else is around. It's who you are when you're processing emotions, going through things. It's like that shadow self.
That inside, how you deal.
Yep.
With
the
your inner monologue.
Love that.
Yes.
Confirmation. So it's like how you're talking to yourself all the time in the day, which can look way different than who you truly are. Then you have your rising or your ascendant. They're the same thing. This one is a big one. This is like how people see you when they first meet you. This is like that representative side. This is your outfit. This is the clothing you wear. This is just
sometimes it's the way you appear.
That first appearance.
Yeah, like certain signs have a look to them.
Yes.
I can always tell a Cancer, or a Leo.
You always know a Leo or a. I mean, you can just there are aspects about them, and so it's what people first, what you give to them, and then that's what they first get from you, and then the sun sign is who you. That's who you are. When they get to know you, they're like, oh, okay.
It's how you live life.
Yeah. Your family knows your sun sign. Your true friends get to know you. When you're at work, you're probably very much your ascendant side. So it's important to know those, because what's happening in those three inside of your chart, or what's happening in the planets right now, can really affect, especially the moon. The moon is your emotions. So oftentimes, if you're feeling very emotional, you need to look and see what's happening in your moon sign. If you're really going through something, you're probably handling life through your moon sign.
Especially if you have the moon is one of your personal planets. You will note, if when you look back on your life, you'll notice that your emotions were consistently like this. It's because you go with your emotions or on the cycle of the moon.
Yeah.
So the moon is the fastest moving. Like, it changes signs every 3 days, 2 days.
I mean, sometimes faster than that. It can come in and out within an hour. It's a very fast moving.
Yeah. So it doesn't stay in a sign long. So, like you said, it's in Aquarius right now.
Mm-hmm.
It'll soon be in Pisces. So you Pisces moons can look forward to, you being in your feels. And those are the days when you notice that you're crying and you don't know why you're crying. And you get your feelings hurt, or you get nostalgic on those days that maybe the moon is in your sign.
And right now, with the moon being an Aquarius, what you can expect as a collective is this desire to want to be social or around community, especially today. There's like church. So a lot of times you go home like loving that feeling of community. That's like that moon in Aquarius energy is liking to be around your tribe, your people. It's the humanitarian sign. It's up in the air, up in your head. It's feeling flighty, in your feeling dreamlike and floaty. So that's in your emotions. That's how you're feeling, and that's a great feeling to be in. It's a very social sign. It's a really good feeling.
And this is what makes you uniquely you, where you're not just, you are more than your sun sign. You're not just the Aries, the Leo, the Libra, the Aquarius. You're not just that. You also may have the sensitive side, the moon sign in Cancer, maybe, so maybe you're more more sensitive in that way. You never know.
Cancer.
Yeah. And you'll see the conflicts where, everyone may see you as this fire sign, this, but inside you're all water, you're all air, you're sensitive. That's the beautiful part. So everyone is uniquely them. And that's the cool thing
like your
about
fingerprint.
Astrology. Yeah. None of us are the same. So you can meet another Libra. I'm sure you've met Libras who are like, we are really not that much alike. There's similarities, but you're like, it's because their moon sign is, Scorpio or whatever.
Usually they're rising, because that's who you're like getting right there in that beginning phase. So you're like, you're nothing like me. But then when you really get to know them, they're both like very similar, because they're It's like one of that. Yeah.
And start noticing there's certain patterns of the people that you hang out with day to day, or that you love hanging out with. And you're like, they all have the same moon sign, or they all have like the same, you become more, you gravitate towards certain people.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing, is meeting someone being like, are you a Sag? You look like you're a Sag.
Ooh. All right, let's do a card read. If you have any questions about anything that we talked about, like your sun or your moon or your rising, or what retrogrades mean, please leave us a little comment. We'll try to get down to them. We try to read them.
And, and also
astro.com, I think you can get a copy of your own report.
And anything you would want us to talk about on the next podcast, or if there are any questions that you would like us to answer on the next podcast, just let us know. We're kind of getting to where we want to leave this open. Not that we won't concentrate on certain subjects, but right now this seems to be more beneficial, and it's kind of giving people answers as to why things are crazy. Different, not even crazy.
This is the dawning.
Yeah, things are definitely wild, but just sit back, eat your popcorn.
All right, let's get a card pool, see what the energy is for the next 2 weeks, and some advice. The energy is a juggling feeling, so you might be feeling this maybe juggling 2 different career paths, or maybe you're thinking about switching your career or your job or some way of making money, and you're just kind of like, and as you can see, this is kind of like that, what's the name of the snake? Ouroboros. This is like that connector to where it just never, you're going to have to break that. So it's feeling this need to have to make that decision. You're going to have to make that decision. The water back there, turbulent. The ships are just like, woo. That's that feeling of like, I have to make this decision and I don't want to make it, but it's just like, it's weighing on me so much. Like, make the decision. You got to cut it. You've got to cut. One of them have to go. One of them has to go. That's the energy. Because at the other side, the advice is the Ace of Cups. That's so amazing. The Ace of Cups. This is the holy grail. Your cup runneth over. It's fresh new beginnings of just emotions. When you're able to get out of this energy of feeling like you have to make the decision, and you make the decision, you have this beautiful new way of thinking, this way of new of feeling, way of life just waiting for you. You're just going to feel like, I have everything I've ever wanted. This is so beautiful. And it's going to be the beginning of this whole journey.
Death and rebirth.
Yes.
Very Pluto.
Look, there's all of these like little lotus floating, and a lotus is the flower that comes up through the mud. So you're able to take everything from that old cycle, and now it's just this beautiful lotus. Your cup is just like, that's God that's handing over, like, here. You've done it. You've done it. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. That's what that is. The dove up there, just divine. The dove is the one that like sent the message, found after the water. Yeah. So it's like that the promised land. It's there. It's right there waiting for you. You just got to cut the energy of one of them. Like, something's got to go. Something's got to go.
That is a very collective reading. I mean, I think everyone I know in my Reiki practice, a lot of people are ending huge things.
It's
trying
big.
To find clarity, trying to find their own path, and to it's a crazy time right now.
Yeah, it's not fun. So it's like, and with that retrograde, with that Neptune like being retro, it's like, man, I just don't even know what's real anymore. I used to think I've really had a clear understanding, and now, and it's just feeling that turbulent, like,
even spiritually,
maybe I really
been
feel
this
way.
I've been
and
letting
you're like,
go of things.
And he's like dancing the jig, like, I can't, hot sand, hot sand.
Well, I think it's exciting. I
I'm
know
very
it's
excited for
crazy.
you.
And
It's good
I
times.
never know what one day is going to bring, like emotionally, like I'm talking emotionally. I never know if today's going to be, me working through something that happened when I was like 5 or whatever.
Yeah, true that.
It's a crazy time.
Chiron, the wounded healer.
But I feel it changing me.
Allow the process of everything you've been through to just finally be what helps other people. Like, it's finding ways to just take things that you've learned and passing that knowledge on.
Absolutely.
And helping others heal.
Absolutely.
That's like the next step.
In like so many ways, even the way you parent,
absolutely,
the kind of friend you are. I've been noticing the parenting popping up. I have 4 kids, and there's a 10-year difference between the 2 oldest and the 2 youngest. And boy, did I change a lot in that 10 years.
That reflection.
So I've been doing a lot of reflecting on, because now I'm raising girls instead of boys. And so there's a lot of reflecting going on right now. And I have to change things up.
Yeah, that's that retrograde. And you'll feel a lot of that, maybe a lot of going back through your past.
Exes may pop up.
Yeah, just going back through everything you've been, like doing a life scan, things that you haven't remembered. Like, man, I haven't thought of that in forever. I can't believe that just came up. So expect that, enjoy that, allow that to just process, allow you to tap into a different time, and appreciate the different versions of yourself, and appreciate the versions that you're going to get to become, and appreciate it, because after all,
it's a mystical
life.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.